already wrapped the video and everything. That's why y'all see stuff that I didn't have in a regular video. I just wanted to put out a disclaimer. If you went to my school, please don't be in the comments talking about, oh, she's bothered, or not even that. Don't be saying people's names and shit like that and starting something that don't need to be started simply because it's old news. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bothered, but this shit is like it's a funny story to me. That's why I just wanted to tell it. No hard feelings to nobody, not myself, not people involved in this story. I'm just simply telling the story from my perspective. That's it. Because like I said, this shit is old. Like, this was high school. We're all in college or grown now. It's 3, 4, 5, 4 years ago by now. It happened like 3, 4 years ago. So I just wanted to say that before people came on here and start exposing people's real names. I mean, it's obvious, like I said, you went to my school, but we don't want that extra stuff, okay? Bye. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, KB, and I'm back. But I'm back with a story time. Before I start, I'm just going to apologize ahead of time that I keep looking this way instead of this way. I gotta get used to it. Yeah, and don't mind the background. You know, I am in the process of redoing my room, and when I'm fully done, I'm going to do a room tour. Whether or not y'all ask for it, I'm gonna still give it to y'all because I am so proud of how my room is looking so far. Okay, so I recorded this video already like maybe a week ago, but I realized that I didn't even start from the very beginning for you guys to truly understand. Like, yeah, whatever. So I am just gonna start from the very beginning, and like I said, well, y'all won't see that, but this story time is multiple parts. This part 1, will just be like how it all started, like the origin story. So let's get into the motherfucking video. Okay, so you know what? I don't even know what year this is. I'm gonna just say freshman year because I feel like it was freshman year. Okay, we need names. I don't think I remember the names from last time, so we're just gonna make new ones. So we have Friend and Grow Up. Okay, Friend is the friend, and Need to Grow Up, that is that's the boy. Okay, so Friend and Gotta Grow Up, right? Our freshman year, I don't know if it's around summertime, like freshman summer, or it's like towards the end of the year, because I know we were outside around summertime. Like, I don't know, I just know that it was like hot and we were outside like at a park, so it had to be like, you know, summer or at the end of freshman year of high school. So Friend and Gotta Grow Up had like this thing, you know. Everybody knew, but I'm not gonna say this thing. They were dating, and the reason why I say dating, like, you'll realize, like, you'll get there. But they were like dating or whatever. And I remember one day we was at a park. I was at a park and Friend was there, and she invited You Need to Grow Up. So, oh, okay, I remember. It wasn't summertime. It wasn't summertime because we were doing the concession stand at our cheer organization, whatever the hell. Our team, not our team, like our level team, but our team, overall team, we're having a game, and we were like the oldest. Like the oldest, like Pee Wee, whatever, but like the highest you could go. So they had us volunteer to do the concession stand. So we were taking a break, whatever. So she was like, oh, I'm going to tell him to come. I'm like, okay, like whatever. So he come or whatever. And, you know, they do that little French, and I'm just looking at him like, hey, what's up? Like, it wasn't weird because we all went to school together, but, like, it was weird because, I don't know. So, whatever. But then when he leaves, she's like, basically, I don't know if she told me before he came or after he left, but she was basically telling me, like, I don't know word for word because it's like been years, but basically along the line she was just telling me how like she doesn't think, like basically like he's a little punk or whatever, not like a punk, but like, oh, he can't do nothing and this, that, and the third, and basically because he can't do this, I've been talking to other people, da 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 da. So I'm listening like she my friend, so I'm like, yeah, bitch, you know, go ahead, do you or whatever. Okay, I need y'all to keep this shit in mind, that she told me basically she has no loyalty for this man, nothing. Like basically she's playing him out. Okay, she told me this. This was freshman year. Now, going into our sophomore or junior? Sophomore is first. Our sophomore year. I don't know if they were talking our sophomore year, but around our sophomore, junior year, like, I don't know how, basically, I'm rambling, but it's because I'm trying to get the timeline right. But I think they were talking a little bit in our sophomore year, but towards the end of our sophomore year or just our junior year alone, me to grow up and friend weren't talking. They weren't together. I can't even say they wasn't talking because, ooh, the tea. But they weren't together. And me to grow up had got a girlfriend. So, freshman year, we're just going to title that, like, just categories of whatever. Freshman year, we're going to say it was me to grow up and friend. Sophomore year, we don't know what happened for sure, but definitely between the ending of sophomore year and junior year, like mid, maybe junior year, need to grow up and friend were no longer together. Need to grow up already had a different girlfriend. Okay, so this is junior. I'm still talking to junior year. So junior year around springtime, you know, we all joined the play. So it was me, friend, need to grow up, like our little friend group, whatever, are pretty much doing this play. So this is what I should have known. Like I should have known, but whatever. So in the beginning, the opening, I had to start on, okay, so this is the stage. This over here is where the girls got dressed and got ready or whatever. And this side was where the boys. But in the beginning, the very opening dance or whatever, me and one of my friends, we had to start on this side of the stage, right? So every time me and that girl, we used to go on the other side of the stage, because that's our starting positions, right? Friends started to act like, you know, she had a little issue or whatever. Friend would be like, oh, like, why y'all keep going over there? I'm looking at her like, well, because I'm supposed to start over there. Like, what you talking about? Like, what do you mean why I'm starting over there? But it's like, after a while, it's like, okay, like, you need to get in your head that we're over there because that's where we need to be. But every time we went over there and we would come back, she would just be like, you know, hounding us. Like, oh, why y'all over there? Y'all just want to be with the boys and stuff. And we just looking at her like, girl, what? Girl, what? What? What do you mean why I'm over there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that should have been like the first flag. Like, the first flag. So, time goes on. And this is not even like the play. Because, you know, play still goes around during school. So, in the midst of this, right? So, maybe let's say that we're like maybe 3 weeks in of play practice and stuff like that. Then one day I'm at school, we're at school, and I don't know what class this was, but we did share a class together. I think it was Mandarin class. And I'm walking in, and as I'm walking in the class, Shawty jumps on my back, and she's like, "Oh, do you like," oh, I almost said his name. She was like, "Oh, do you like need to grow up?" I'm like, I look at her like, "Girl, if you don't get off my back." Like, girl, why is you on my back like that? Girl, get off me. Like, I'm like, no, like, I don't like him. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know. I didn't understand where she was getting that from. I truly didn't understand because, I mean, I never looked at him that way. For one, he's really not my type, so I didn't really look at him that way as much as like we would talk or whatever. But it's mainly because play practice brought us together. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, like, no. And then I'm like looking like, why is she concerned? Because at this time, her and my homegirl were together. So I was in my head, I'm just thinking like, why would it concern you? Like, if I did, like, why would it concern you? But, you know, I just let it go. I answered, I'm like, no, girl, like, no. And I go on. So time goes on. And I would say that around this time now, the play in general is probably almost over, if not over already. But it was like a period that all seniors, I'm not saying all seniors, but everybody, that's what I'm trying to say, like everybody, the whole school had a period before their lunch where they would have like an advisor, like you would chill in your advisory room before and after lunch. You know, they would split up girls and boys, but because my chem teacher, she was like my advisor, and like we were like this, like, I love that bitch. Okay, period. But yeah, so she let, I keep trying to say his name, Nita grow up, and maybe one of his friends, so we're gonna just call him P. So Nita grow up, and P would come into our advisory session, whatever, and we would just all be chilling with her, talking to her, you know, whatever. And I guess my advisor and Nita Grow Up had some sort of conversation to the point where my teacher, whatever, she tells me basically like, oh, like, he likes you. And I'm like, girl, what? You said what now? Girl, bye. Like, that's what it was like. Like, she's telling me this. I'm like, okay, like, what do you want me to do with this information? That's cool, but like, I'm not this. I'm not gonna do it. But you know how people, I don't know how y'all is, but with me, like, when people start telling me like, oh, this person like you, whatever, I tend to start watching out for their behaviors. I'm like, damn, like, maybe you do like me. I be peeping, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of like, I'm not saying they peer pressure me, but like, it's kind of like you start thinking, and then you start be like, okay, like, I'll give them a chance or whatever. So play practice is over at this point, and play practice, like play in general, is over. I don't know if he told me that he liked me, and he told me that he likes, because he didn't ask me out yet, because he asked me out like after all of this. But I think he basically told me that he liked me and like he wanted to be with me and shit like that. And I guess so the word had got around, but I don't know if I gave him an answer at this point yet. I don't think I gave him an answer, but I think I probably told him something along, because I don't know if I said yes or no, or if I just told him that like we could just see where it goes. But word gets out, and friend, and I'm gonna call the other girl Spanish. It's like they came out the fucking woodworks. Like, they was crawling like, ooh, bitch, I found out. Now tell me why. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? So, like, I remember it was one time, like, they pulled me aside and they like, oh, like, you know, basically telling me like, oh, like, I don't think that you should get with him because, you know, the history between him and friend, and like you're gonna be ruining your relationship, and that's breaking girl code. Like, basically just telling me like, don't do it, because then I'm basically not saying they wouldn't be my friend, but basically they're like, oh, that just would be breaking girl code, da 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 da. They put, if I had $1, how many times I've had this conversation with them, I'm not saying I would be rich, but I could probably buy me an outfit. Because all the time, every chance they got, they would always pull me aside to just talk about it. And I'm not gonna say I got depressed, but it was more like, I'm just like, yo, like, why are we having this conversation? Like, I don't need to be talking to you. Like, why are we talking? And the reason why I felt that way is because, one, friend, like, you told, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gave me the insight. Y'all, that little first, like, I felt like, this is my opinion, when friend was talking to me, I just felt like, girl, like, y'all was talking freshman year. We're not even in freshman year. Like, we're in our junior year going to senior year. Like, it's been time past. Like, he had a whole girlfriend before he even made it to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people may think that's like still breaking girl code, but not when I know, like, you did not love this man. There was no true, like, you had no loyalty towards the man. Like, you know what I'm saying? So there was nothing real there for me to be like, oh my God, I'm breaking girl code. Like, no, like, what history did y'all really have? Like, y'all didn't really have no history. So I didn't feel like I was doing anything wrong. So when she was talking to me, like, that was going on my head. I didn't say it. I was just sitting there and I was just letting them talk. Like, okay. And then with Spanish, I'm looking at her because before all of this, Need to Grow Up had text her and me having private conversations, okay, that a little grown conversations, while him and friend were actually together. And when he was texting me, basically I was telling him, I'm like, no, like, this is not that type of party. You know what I'm saying? Like, you talking to my friend, like, you talking to friend. I'm not gonna do that because I'm just not, like. And I kept saying that to him too. I was like, yo, aren't you a friend? Like, boy, cut it out. Like, stop it. No. And I said, and I'm gonna tell her, like, don't do that. And Spanish, on the other hand, was entertaining that bullshit. So for her to even sit there and try to tell me, oh, you're breaking girl code, I was just looking at her like, girl, you was the last one to talk. Because when girl code could have really been broken, I didn't. You were the one. And how I know this is because somebody had put it on blast and we had to basically explain to friend like what they was talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, yo, like, I was just looking at them like two buffoons. Like, y'all look dumb as hell right now trying to confront me. You need to confront the sissy. Because even when she told, I don't know if she told her the whole truth about what she was talking about, but it's just like, girl, I think you coming at the wrong one. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. So time goes on. I'm just like, yo, like, am I wrong? So I would talk to my chemistry teacher and I would tell her like, yo, like, am I wrong? Like, and when I'm doing really wrong, like, and she like basically told me like, no. And because I talked to her, like, because she was my advisor, basically, she knew what I just told y'all with the whole like friend in his situation, or what was told to me, and what happened when Need to Grow Up was texting me in Spanish. So she was like, no, like, I don't see there's nothing wrong with it, like, because it's just the dynamics of the situation. There's no, like, you know what I'm saying? 2 + 2 = 4. Then what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was that type of thing. It just wasn't adding up or whatever. So I would say maybe like a few days later after that, it was like the last day of school. And when I tell y'all, I did not want to fucking go. Like, I did not want to go. I did not want to go. Like, they was like, "God, let's just come. It's the last day of school." I'm like, no. Like, fuck all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? That was when I was just done with my whole class. Like, fuck all of y'all. Like, fuck all of y'all. Like, I cannot stand all of y'all. Because, like I said, I didn't say it, but when friend in Spanish kept, approaching to me, people was catching on, and all of friends was looking at me like I had 6 eyes and shit. Like, So I'm like, yeah, like, no, I'm not gonna go. But then I was just sitting home like, fuck, I'm gonna fucking go. By the time I fucking decided to go, because mind you, it was half a day. By the time I decided to go, like, there was literally only an hour left. Like, but I still went anyway. And so I still went. And then, like, it was like, I don't know who class I was in, but I definitely didn't have class with the people that I was in the classroom with. But I was in the classroom, if that makes any sense. I was just in there, and the girl was in there. So I'm like, hi everybody. Hey, how y'all doing? But not like that's how I went in there. So yeah, and I guess need to grow up, asked me for a hug or a kiss, something. He asked me for something, and at first I wasn't gonna do it, but I'm like, whatever, I guess I can. And then, like I said, I didn't say this, but one of friends, other close friends, was sitting. All right, so say this is me and what's his name? Whatever his name was. We right here, and we're about to hug, kiss, or whatever. And say this is her phone. She like this, trying to sneak a picture like this. And one of my homegirls was like, like, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to y'all, it may seem like, okay, but she wasn't gonna do nothing. Like, it's not that serious. But it's just a simple fact, like, ever since the news got out that he liked me and I was even considering getting with him, it was just like everyone was just trying to like start more shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm gonna hug him, I'm gonna kiss him. What are you sneaking a picture for? Like, you know what I'm saying? It was just like that type of shit. So I'm not being extra. It's just literally, it was just like weird shit that they was doing. Like, why the fuck you want a picture of this? You know what I'm saying? Who you gonna send it to? We all know who you're gonna send it to. So it's just like, girl, and I was just sitting there like, see, this is why the fuck I did not want to fucking come. I did not want to fucking come. I didn't want to come at all. At the fuck all. But I went. I'm trying to see if I should just end that there or just I want to end it. After this, I'm going to end it because this is basically how it all started. So, now school's out. I'm like, thank heavens, because fuck y'all. Like I said, I couldn't fucking wait. Then, sometime during the summer, I know because it was like the 4th of July. He asked me out. I said yes. And I think right after that, I asked me out and I said yeah, because I really didn't really like him like that. But it was like that you asked me right after the fireworks. It was cute. So it was like, bitch, how the fuck can a hopeless romantic like myself resist? So I said yeah. But like literally after that, that's when I found out that the reason why friend was mad, well, not mad, but like just trying to get on my case and shit, was because friend and you need to grow up was messing around doing the play. And when I say they was messing around, like they was messing the fuck around. They was messing around. But like I didn't know that. And I felt like, one, if she would have told me that, then that would have been different. This could have ended totally different. But you didn't tell me that. Y'all was on that sneak shit. And the reason why she was on that sneak shit and didn't tell me, because she knew if she told me, I would have to tell my homegirl. Because like I said, friend and my homegirl was talking. They was dating. And when I say that friend and need to grow up was messing around, I mean like behind their curtains at play practice, they was messing around, bro. Like, yo, shit, like, this story gets crazier and crazier by the minute. But this is just it. This is the orangest story. So that's how it all started. This is how, what happened leading up to the relationship, and the relationship, and what came after. So that's how it's gonna be broken up. But can y'all believe that shit? And like, I want y'all to tell me, like, what do y'all think that I'm wrong? Do y'all think that I am wrong for even talking to him or whatever? Because personally, and like I said, I'm gonna repeat this again, I personally don't think that I did anything wrong, given the fact that their relationship wasn't a real relationship. I mean, it was theirs, but if you don't respect him, you have no loyalty to him, what type of relationship was y'all really on that was solid? Y'all had no solid relationship. And it's not like right after I went with him, he had a whole girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was talking freshman year, honey. We're like now, it's like in junior year. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Time has passed. And if you still felt some type of way, or you at least told me that y'all was still like messing around, if you would have told me that, like I said, it would have ended different. But she didn't tell me that. So like, how the hell was I supposed to know? Nigga, do I look like I fucking read minds? Like, you know what I'm saying? And that was another thing. Like, she would go around telling people she was my best friend. She was telling me this and that. But like, no, you weren't. You know what I'm saying? And you telling your friends that, that's why they looking at me like I'm the dumb one and I got no morals and shit like that. But in reality, you're not being honest with them. Like, you're not being honest with them, nor are you telling me like you're being totally honest with me. So in Spanish, like that whole like her trying to team up with friend to talk to me, like that shit really did piss me off. Like, not because I get it with friend a little bit, but Spanish, like I just felt like she had no right nor no reason, nor the right, the reason, the audacity, whatever, to ever speak to me about him in regards to what happened previously. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just felt like that was just like a little fucking weird. And no, but tell me what y'all think. What the hell y'all think? And what the hell y'all think happened next, bitch? And I tell you, it was a lot. And it just pissed me off. Like, when I tell you, it pissed me off. And at the end of this, you will realize why I titled this video what I titled it. Because that's what it felt. And I don't think nobody should feel that way. But that's how the fuck I felt. Especially like it was just weird because like all of this stuff happened, and it's like in the beginning of the year, like all leading up to this, like I was fine, like no drama. I ain't gonna say there was no drama, but not like this. It was like I could kindly just sit in the shadows and just watch shit happen. Now I'm in the pit, like Anyway, I'm gonna end this right here. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good shit, and tune in to the next motherfucking video.